3 inches of rain so far. Super, super windy. See all that water in the fields? It is miserable here. So it seems like a great day to go through the freezers. It is January after all, and I usually try to get things organized and get into one freezer, usually by February. I still have 2 freezers going in the basement and they need to be consolidated. So I'm gonna go see what I've got and we'll see how we did on projecting what we would use this year and what adjustments I need to make for next year. Also, I've got some exciting news. I was on the Cackle website and the white Americanas are available again in just small quantities. So I have some of those coming first week of March. So yeah, you can look forward to seeing how those do this year. And finally, I hear the waves at the lake are like around 16 feet with 20-foot waves every now and then. So Steve and I are gonna go up there in a little bit. You should be able to see that at the end of this video, some of this crazy wild weather we're having. I almost always use my food saver when I freeze things out of my garden. And I just wanted to show you, these beets are from 2 summers ago. I didn't do beets, or I did, but they didn't do well last summer. So I didn't freeze any. These are from 2 summers ago. And I just had some probably a month ago, and they're still good. This bag has a little bit of freezer burn at the top where it's, you know, just not sealed very tight. But these things are awesome. If you're trying to freeze things for long term, they do really well. So, wanted to show you that. These are some of my raspberries, also in a vacuum seal bag. They do great for that. One thing I do know that I'm gonna run out of are my frozen blueberries. And usually I have way too many, but this year I discovered I can just defrost them or let them thaw and eat them, and they're almost as good as eating them raw or fresh. So I've been eating a lot more than usual. This happens every year. We use way more of something and way less of something than I thought we'd use more of. So in freezer 1, there's all kinds of, looks like greens in there. I don't even know what all's in there. It looks like a lot of my vegetables started out in there. This is more meat. I've still got turkey breast too. Remember, we didn't do turkeys last summer, so that's from a while ago. Ready to use. We had a turkey at Thanksgiving. It was fine. I've been doing some turkeys, still great in those vacuum seal bags. Okay, and this one is usually the meat freezer. It's got other things too, but those are all my frozen tomatoes left over. Still have a ton of those. I can make sauce if I want. And the rest of this is a bunch of chicken that I'm going to dig out of there and see what we have left. All right, so it looks like as far as chicken goes, we still have 5 whole of the Cornish cross, and I've got 3 whole hens, plus whatever I have upstairs, which is just a few. I still have 2 huge bags of chicken backs and things from when we cut the chickens out, parted them out to make soup or something with, so I don't know what I'm going to do with all that. One thing we did differently this year was we had some half chickens, which I can't remember what that was, but I think it's probably like chicken breast and then a thigh and leg thing or something, I'm not sure. But we divided them up into like breasts and thighs this year because we just been eating them differently than we used to. There's less of us, so instead of cooking the whole chicken and using all the meat, we've been doing it a little different. So I still have several of those ready to go too. Looks like we are still pretty well set for meat in this freezer. We've almost got this little one still full. And this is a lot, a big couple baskets here of broccoli, carrots, the greens that I freeze. So we are well set on vegetables here too. And strawberries, I have a whole bunch of those left too. I prefer to freeze. It's just easiest for me and we use it. So I do also still have my canning things though that I use last after the freezer is empty. So I still have a little tomatoes left, peaches from actually not last summer, the summer before when we had them. And then of course some green beans and soups and lots of canned chicken and turkey and broth. It's always a great feeling to see that we are set to get through until it's time to raise more meat chickens in a couple months and get the garden going again in a few months. So we have a lot of awesome homegrown food to get us through the rest of the winter. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you the next time and stay tuned for these awesome waves.